Censorship. The prohibition or suppression of ideas and media that are considered obscene, politically unacceptable, or a threat to security. There have always been debates about censorship from all different types of people. There are many contrasting ideas related to the censorship of books. Some may say that they are only words and nothing bad can be perceived from them. Others may say crude language and imagery can lead to the destruction of childish ideas that younger people are meant to continue to believe. Although some may think differently, I believe the censorship of books comes down to this specific book. This leads me to the book, The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. Banned by worried parents and concerned schools for grade levels as high as 10th grade for sexual content, drugs, LGBTQ+ content, suicide, and profanities. This could even be considered ironic, as the main character, Charlie, couldn't even read his own story. With one look at this book, the crude and sometimes worrying descriptions of mature content explained by Charlie could lead anyone to understand why this book was banned for so many. But I am here today to argue in favor of an enlightening book that should be looked at in a deeper context. The Perks of Being a Wallflower follows 14-year-old Charlie, fresh into high school and fresh off of the suicide of a friend. Yes, you heard me right. The first main point in this book is talking about how Michael Dobson, one of Charlie's friends from middle school, has committed suicide, starting as soon as the first page. We continue through Charlie's life as he develops a crush, makes new friends, goes to parties, and feels infinite. But also as he finds out about abuse and neglect, Charlie slowly crumbles under the weight of his own problems too. Dark, right? The book tackles some serious issues. From the description you read on the back of the cover, the book presents itself as a thrilling story about the ups and downs of high school, maybe with a few problems. The first line of the description reads, "It is a story of what it's like to grow up in high school." But that is almost entirely false. Now, this may lead to some concerns. The completely normal sounding cover may lead concerned adults to wonder, what if their child might accidentally pick up a book as dark as this without realizing that it's bad, and then discover the problems presented in it? So, maybe this book should be banned. Well, although I understand why children should have heavy censors put on this book for them, the censorship went a little far on this book, in my opinion. People Charlie's own age, freshmen and sophomores, are being heavily banned from reading this book, one that can portray the ideas that some may need to help them overcome their own struggles. But then, I suppose the question turns into, why would anyone want to read a book as dark as this one? This book's dark content is one of the reasons why it should be read. So many books being written about mental health today depict exaggerated reactions and unrealistic recoveries that lead to many ideas about mental health that are very incorrect and can be very harmful for teenagers. Perks of Being a Wallflower is one of the very few books which does a brilliant job at expressing how mental illness isn't a constant thing. It's ever-changing and evolving, and it's growing and it's sinking sometimes. Perks of Being a Wallflower opens up important discussions over trauma and how everything isn't always sunshine and rainbows, even though we may want it to be. So, the main reason why someone would want to read this book is because it teaches an important lesson. But you have to think, why would a teenager want to pick up a book that is entirely for learning? This book is one that almost everyone can relate to. Everyone's experienced lows, whether it be the person you like got a significant other, or depression managed to pull you back under. And everyone's also experienced highs, feeling of feeling infinite. Charlie is the same. His story may tell one of trauma and dark experiences, but it also shows normal everyday problems, things high schoolers may have to experience or have already experienced. So, going to the main question at play here, should The Perks of Being a Wallflower be banned? To a certain extent, of course it should. But I think 9th graders, people Charlie's own age, should be allowed to willingly read this story. And honestly, this book is one that teenagers definitely should read. This is a tale that should be spread. It makes people feel not alone because there's a problem for everyone in this book. But it also enlightens the truth behind mental illness. This book provides a great experience for people to learn and grow off of based on Charlie's own tale. And I don't think it should be banned as heavily. I swear to God I grabbed the book. I didn't grab the book. I did grab the book. Oh, I grabbed the book and then didn't bring the book over to my filming location.